Today I'm going to be tying a Swansdale merger. Now the thread I use, just uni, it's 80 in black, and the thread I'm using, or the hook I'm using, sorry, is the Camazan B400. It's a size 14. Now just start by putting your thread on at the eye, and just run your thread right the way down, and then we'll stop when you let go of the bobbin if it sits in line with the barb. Remove the waste piece. Now I've got 3 or 4 fibres. This is just golden pheasant tail, and I've just got 3 or 4 fibres here. And I used golden pheasant tail for this because I quite like the golden and the darker colour, or the barred colours that you get, as well as the fact that they stick together. Now the length is just the length of the shank. Don't go for the full length of the hook, just go the length of the shank. So just switch hands with that. Just sit it on at an angle, turn your thread up. Couple of turns to tie that in, and then just come in with your scissors and trim it about halfway between the eye and the point of the hook. Now don't go back any turns for this, and I'm just going to tie in. This is Uni Mylar, and it's the Pearl Tinsel number 14. Take some of that off. Advancing forwards all the time, just lock that down, good tight wraps, and just work your way up, and then stop just after. Take a couple of turns before, or a couple of turns after towards the eye, where you tied off your golden pheasant. At this point I must apologise, I've got a cold, so if I sound a wee bit hoarse, then I'm really sorry, it's just due to that. Now, I've got this dubbing, and I bought my jungle clock cape from a company called Lathkill. I'll put a link to their website below. They sent me through some of this dubbing, free of charge, just a wee tester, and it's Swansdale dubbing, and this is the yellowy olive. It's a superb, it's a really nice dubbing. This is what I used for this fly. So I'll just take off a small amount. It's easy to dub, but because it's coarse, if a fish gets its teeth in that, it can pull it out. So what I like to do is just put some wax onto the thread beforehand, and then just spin on your dubbing. You'll notice I've not got the thread back down. Because I'm using black thread, if I just put one layer of dubbing on, it would shine through. So this basically is just an under layer. You want this really tight, form a nice tight rope, and then come back up. To that position there. Just back up to where you first tied in your dubbing. On any straggly bits, I just like to take them away. You could comb this out, make it really buggy. I certainly wouldn't say no to fishing one of them. But for me, and for this fly just now, we'll just keep in with a nice thin. Now, start to take your tinsel round, 3 or 4 turns, no more. Tie that off. Snip off the waste piece, do a couple of turns to tighten up. Now I've got three, it's a bubble wing fly, so I've got three, see the stalks there, just three CDC fibres, and I've just put them tip to tip, and you want to stroke all the fibres forwards and just hold them, and then switch hands. Now what I do at this point is I just trim it, and that gives you that nice sort of straight edge to work with. So just set that on top. Tighten, good couple of wraps, then just come in. What you can do, if you find this hard to, sometimes the tips can be quite coarse and it won't want to stick up for you, or pull back so you can cut it. So if you just force them back and come round, trim, just makes it a lot easier. A bit more wax on the thread at this point. And basically at this point all we're doing is just tidying up. And at the same time just adding a wee bit of bulk to the thorax. Now, come in with a wee bit more ear dubbing. It goes a long way, this stuff, and I would highly recommend it. If you don't have this stuff, I think it is unique to Lathkill. I think it's their own blend, so if you don't, obviously you could blend your own if I knew what was in it. But if you don't have it, then seal's fur, mostly the adult seal's fur, which is a lot coarser, would definitely be a substitute. Failing that though, I'm sure something else would work as well. Just like your super fine dry fly or anything like that. Dub that on. That's fine. Just take the thread back down. There's a wee bit of black showing at the front there, which I know for a fact would just annoy me when I go out to the water, so I'm just going to put just a wisp. Then come into the front. Wax your thread again. At this point, just pull your wing, pull it up, down to the front. Then what I do is just push it back, just like that, creating that loop. Come in, pinch the loop, bring the thread up, straight down. Do that a few times. Pull your wing back, come into the front, start to build up a nice neat wee head. Just forget about everything else just now. Come in with your whip finish. 1, 2, 3. Pull it nice and tight and take away your thread. Now, what's left to do, just come in, take away your CDC. Now if you want, just come in with your dubbing needle, just open the loop up, just go in wee circles, just open the loop up. You'll see the silhouette that gives there. It's a superb fly, really is a good catcher. Mostly, I fish it mostly on the still water, but no reason why trout wouldn't take it in the river. So that is what I call a Swansdale bubble emerger.